Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and to our next video. You can see we got our walls up on the last video, and this one will be continuing on the walls, but I'll kind of break it up and stop here and there to kind of give some tips on framing. So if you're watching this video and maybe you want to build your own house, then you can follow some of the tips and they'll save you some time later on. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get started on that, and I'll stop and show you some tips. Let's get started. All right, so one of the first tips I think is an important one. So we have our layout here. We did that with the chalk lines, so we know exactly where to put the walls at. And there's a couple different types of chalk you can use. There's the blue chalk or the red, and we use the red because it's a more permanent chalk line. So you can put that down, and it's not going to come off very easy. And if you're in a spot that maybe you get rain pretty often and it'll wash the lines away, what you can do is you can get some clear spray paint and spray paint your corners. So that way when it rains, it's not going to wash it away. And you can come back and you have your corners again, and you can make your lines in the middle, and that'll save you a lot of time. So just a little bit of clear spray paint on your corner marks, and you'll be all set. Nice and waterproof, and you won't have to remeasure and do your lines again. Okay, so saw there had to move that support over because measured my wall there, and it'd be just a little bit too long to lay down. And I'll kind of show you another spot over here. Another thing I'll do is when I lay out my bottom plate here, I'll put in toenail a couple of nails in, and those work as kind of like a hinge. So when we have the wall all put up and we lift it up, then nails work as a hinge and also keeps it from sliding off the edge of the wall and into the dirt, making it a bad day. Okay, so you see, got the wall all framed up here, and what I did here to get my my measurements, I didn't measure from the outside of this wall to get my 16 inches. I measured from the outside of this wall, so when my sheathing goes over it, it'll lap over this one and connect this wall to here, and from outside this wall is where I measured out 16 inches. And from here, I didn't do 16 to the center, I did 16 to the center, and I made a mark on the outside, and then put my tape measure there at 16 inches, and went out 16 inches, and made a mark where the stud was, and then next one, mark and where the stud was. Because if you're working with someone else, then if you put a line just right in the middle at 16 inches, the middle might be different for someone else than it is for you. So that's why I like to just put marks on both sides and an X where the stud's going to go. So it's nice and clear where it's supposed to go. Right. So to get my spacing right up here, since I have a sloped roof, what I did is I measured from the end down there across where the studs are going to go, and then I measure from the end here, and then I measure again where each stud is going to go, so I have a nice straight line. Normally, if this was just a square roof, kind of like this one, I put the plates together and make my measurements on both plates at the same time. But since this is the angle, then I measure from the end and measure out, so all my studs are straight when I put it up. That's a little good tip to get your walls together like that.
Hi, Justin.
Hey.
Can you tell me how come you placed those blocks in this wall?
Well, in this lumber, these 12-foot boards they all had big bows in them, and I want my studs nice and straight. So when we're putting sheathing on or the drywall, so I put these blocks in there, and that's going to straighten up these studs here, so they'll be nice and straight and no bows in them, and it'll make them a little stronger too. But that's the reason I wanted to do that, and you can really do that on any wall if it has a bow in it.
Nice.
Yeah.
We definitely don't want any crooked walls.
No, we don't.
All right.
We're not going to have any crooked walls here.
No, sir.
Okay, so we got 2 more walls up. We didn't really think it was going to make much of a difference, but we got them up, and it's already looking more like a house now. So we have, let's see, 4 down and 6 to go, and hopefully my tips will help you out a little bit for your next project. And yeah, for the next one I'll have some more tips and we'll go along and do more walls. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you for the next one.